Okay, so this is the third episode of the series, and I'm just gonna talk about the update that I made to the game today. Okay, anyways, so what I created, an easy dialogue system. In Unity, it's pretty hard to make, but I did it. Anyways, this name is not used, so ignore this. But the stuff I did make is you can create very easy dialogue, and then you're going to connect a name to it. Now here, for example, his name is Circle, and he's going to say, "Hello, my name is Circle." If we click play, and go over to him and press Z, he's going to say his name, his dialogue. Then next time we click next, it's going to go out of it. But this can be anything. It can be up to 3 lines of dialogue. So now if we click play, and we go over to Circle here, it can go up to even more. So if we click next, he can around this many lines of dialogue. There you go. Wait, let me undo that. I'm gonna keep the actual sample dialogue. Okay. So, then, if you want several people to say several things, you're gonna switch to the size of the lines to 2, and the size of the names to 2. Now, we can have square say a thing, even though there is no square, but I would probably have, no, let's do the player. Just enter player, and make it say something, like okay. Now, if we press Z, "Hello, my name is Circle," next, player says okay. Boom. You cannot move around while you're in this menu. You cannot continue in any other way or form, except it seems that this opened for some reason. Why would it do that? Okay, doesn't seem like it's doing it again, so I think we're good. Oh, I think I got it. So errors like these appear all the time while I'm making. Alright, I did that. It's because I was in play mode. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I added a dialogue system. So we can do easy stuff like create a new one and call it like test2, and we can make it say anything. The best thing here is, if you look at this is the collider for how far in you need to be to actually activate the script. And all we need to do is edit the collider, make it a bit bigger so it goes over the edges. And now we add another collider. We add a circle collider that we edit the size of to around the shape of this actual thing. Boom. And here we do not click trigger. So since it's not a trigger, when we click play, oh wait, let's say this is a rock, just like a rock in your path. We're going to take the sprite, we're going to change the color to something dark. There we go. It is now a rock. Now we just need to move it a bit off the path and add the dialogue for it. So when you encounter a rock and you inspect it, you will say, "Nice rock." Nice and easy. An easy interaction. These could be put anywhere in the game. The cool thing is now, if we click play, you will see that now we have this object that you can in fact collide with. And I encountered a battle just now, which I probably should just exit. And yeah, you collide with it, but also if you're close to it, you can interact with it. Cool thing is, you could do that with any object added into the game. Of course, next up in these dialogue options, what I'm gonna add is a full body picture of the character, of a character that will be talking. When that character is talking, is gonna detect the name. If the name is something, it will show the specific sprite. If in fact it isn't talking, but it's another name, it's gonna switch to that person. But if you're just talking to yourself, it's gonna detect if you're talking to yourself, and boom, nobody's gonna be there. But as an example, I'm just gonna show you a game that uses this. I think I spelled it wrong. Yeah. But this series of games is also an RPG. I'm taking a bunch of inspiration from this. Is if you look at this, they have full body things. I really recommend this game also for anybody that's a fan of turn-based RPGs. I have it on Steam. It's around, I think I got it on sale for like $2, but I would say it's probably costs around, yeah, it's $15. But if you wait for it to be on sale, then you can easily get it for $3 or even $2. So yeah, I recommend this game. Anybody that likes RPGs should get it, and I'm getting lots of inspiration from it. It will be a full body sprite that will be up here. The only problem I'm facing right now is if you try to add them in the actual thing, like if we had, imagine if this is the actual thing. First off, we need to drag it onto the scene, or else I can't even show you guys this. But as you can see, there's a problem. It's dark. It's behind the dialog box, which is right. I wanted it to be like that, but it is in front of the black thing. So let's say this is the left side of the screen. I'm gonna have a separate person for the left and right, depending on who you're talking to. Okay, so there we go. On the left, there's this. But the problem is, no matter how you move it, if you move it in front of the back here, doesn't change it. This, if you move it back here, doesn't change it. It's still in front of the thing. It still makes it dark and doesn't look good. As you can see, when it isn't, it's way more vibrant. So yeah. At the same time, it just doesn't have the same feeling when you have a transparent background. So yeah, it just doesn't have the same feeling. If you go to here or here, you'll see that, yeah, I'd rather have a very clear sprite. As you can see that it also does not change. It seems better to have like the background darkened so you could focus on the characters in the foreground, but I think that's enough for today for an update, especially since it's so small. Tomorrow I'm going to try and add more stuff. Didn't really do much today. I was finishing a game called Danganronpa. You may have heard of the series. It is a killing game thing. It's a mystery game. So if you ever played Ace Attorney, it's kind of like that. Pretty much 16 students in a place, and they need to, it's a killing game organized by this thingamajig, and you try to figure out who the killer is in every case. So we were finishing Danganronpa 3, and I have to say, no, not this. This is a crappy anime that nobody liked. Virtue's, no, what is it called? V3, that's what it is. Okay, anyways, this game, I would say, is superior to all others with small bad things sprinkled around it. But if I suggest that if you ever are going to play this game, just don't even do the last class trial. Think up your own ending for the story, because it's completely unsatisfying, and it's probably the worst ending for a video game I've seen so far. If you go on the actual Steam page, you'll also see that most bad reviews are because of the ending. Nothing more. Mostly about the ending, and that's it. Only complaining about the game. Anyways, I think that's enough for me talking. And I hope you learned something from the update, and that's